Hey, what's up, Tech Boys? So today I want to talk a little bit about toroids, a little bit about timing and direction, a little bit about how our conception of timing and direction, with respect to the classical Tech gospel-based timing and direction, which is based off of a sort of a 2D place where we can see in flatland what the poi are doing in relationship to one another. That whole framework sort of gets funky, weird, and breaks down a bit whenever we sort of become spinning in a 3D kind of place. I really have no structure in this rant to come, so forgive me if I trail off and discuss tangent topics. But yeah, let's just get into it. So to start, a little bit about toroids in general. Just kind of something I've been wanting to get out there for a while. If you're doing a 2-beat weave right now, you're doing, in essence, the framework, the structural component of all toroids. We're starting at this plane over here, and we're using this point to connect to another plane over here. We probably bend it a lot more when we first start, but as we get better in control over our spinning, we kind of tighten it up to where we're bending, but not quite as much. But point being, if you can bend this out to the point where the path, the racetrack, looks, instead of like this, more like this, perfectly. If you get it at a right angle, that would be awesome. That's really the structural component of all these types of moves, like an iso bend. If we take this, just bend it up to here, oscillating between here and here is the kind of movement that happens in an iso bend. And then from here to here, to here, to here. So I can even show bending from here. Let's take that cross point, move it up to here. And now this is the portion of a iso bend. Right? So everybody can do these. Don't feel too intimidated. It's really not that difficult. It just takes a while, a lot of thinking, and a lot of training the basic transitions between the different planes. So, let's see. So in 2D timing and direction land, we can transition between places and flowers. Let's just use 4-petal anti-spins, Together time, same direction poi, together time, same direction hands. The cool thing about 2D space, or at least the conception of Tech gospel, you can also do one timing direction of the hands, one timing direction of the poi, and you can maintain the timing direction of the poi and switch it up. You change the driving style, so if we change from 4-petal anti-spin, 4-petal anti-spin, both poi, but I use this point at the bottom to change into together time opposite with my hands, which would be doing this. Now we've changed from 4-petal anti-spin, 4-petal anti-spin, to 4-petal anti-spin, 2-petal in-spin. However, the poi, no matter where I am, always remain in together time, same direction. So that is 2D. However, in this 3D kind of bendy place, some weird stuff happens. For instance, let's do iso bend first, since it seems to be the conceptually easier one to handle. Iso bend, if I choose to bend outwards, as in like the poi are spinning away from the center of my body, the bends after you do it will remain that way, still coming outwards from the center of my body, outwards from the center of my body. Doing all 4-lobed iso bends and anti-bends because I feel like they're the most easy to understand. They don't, I'm not even going to do that, but let's just use 4s. So if I do together same hands, my poi will also remain in together same, no matter where I am. Here we're just in a horizontal plane, together same. Down here we're in more of a buzzsaw wheel plane, together same. Back to horizontal. And so forth. But if I move my hands in together time opposite, instead of together same, we can't preserve the timing and direction of the poi the same way that we can in 2D world. So if I start poi spinning outwards, do an isobend, now my poi are in horizontal tog together time opposites. If I bend it a little bit, you can see that I'm in a butterfly here. And then when I come back to the bottom, we're back in together same, tog up, together same, tog up, together same. So yeah, not sure what that means exactly, but this is just an observation. If I start on the side and use this moment to transfer into split opposite hands, I'm transitioning between now split time opposite here. I can bring these hands together, bend it to the side for you so you can see that we're in a split time opposite type of place. So back up here, split time opposite, back to together same. Right, so same thing with anti-bend, the same pattern is occurring. Anti-bend involves going outwards, but each lobe that we pass through, now I'm going inwards. This actually involves two bends, so if I'm going outwards, I'm bending once up here to the diagonal, then again over there to this point on the horizontal where I'm going inward. So if I were to rotate between the two, this is what it would look like. Point being that we're, so anti-bend is here, here, to here, to here. And it's supposed to resemble this like anti-spin motion of a static prop. But, you know, same trend. If we are spinning outwards at the top and go into, if we go in splits together same, no issue. You know, hands are doing the same thing, the poi is doing the same thing, and they remain. The poi remain in this together time same direction place. But if we do in opposites, this is a really fun and easy drill that I learned first with anti-bends. If we go in opposites now, we're in a butterfly place again. If I bend the planes, you can see that this is a butterfly. So we go from tog same at the top, tog opposite sides, tog same. So there's that. Same thing will happen in horizontal place. Let me see if I can do this. So now we're in a split off place, back into a tog same place with anti-bends. So those are just observations there. Don't know what they mean. Oh, another one to point out, we can also, instead of starting at a tog same place at the top, we can also start at a tog op place. Isobend or anti-bend, doesn't matter. We're going to wind up in split same if we use tog op hands, meaning our hands, again, are doing a tog op type thing, but we're doing anti-bends, isobend. So isobend, let's see. Oops. Start at the bottom. So tog op at the bottom. Now we're at a split same place. If I bend the planes for you so you can see, this is split same. So tog op, split same, tog op, split same, tog op. That was with isobends. Same thing with anti-bends. So this is a tog op, anti-bend, split same, anti-bend to tog op. So there's another pattern that's emerging there. So one thing I definitely wanted to point out, which is the weirdest thing of it all, is the fact that tog op and split op, I feel like it is really arbitrary. In 2D land, we can really see it, you know, tog op, the poi meet at the top and the bottom, and split op, the poi meet at the sides. But it's just about our frame of reference here. So if we do tog op, but I tilt my head to the side, now it looks like split op because the poi are meeting at the sides. I do split off, tilt my head to the side, it's almost as if we're doing tog off, because we're meeting